Welcome! Today, we're diving into the world of public records. Have you ever wondered what information is available to the public and what remains private? Understanding public records is crucial for anyone interested in transparency, privacy, or simply accessing information. In this video, we'll break down what qualifies as a public record, what information is typically excluded, and why these distinctions matter. By the end, you'll have a clear grasp of how public records work and how they impact your daily life. Let's get started by defining exactly what a public record is and why it's important in our society. A public record is any information or document that is made or received by a government agency and is required by law to be kept and maintained. These records are generally accessible to the public, ensuring transparency and accountability in government operations. Examples include court documents, property records, and government meeting minutes. The idea is that citizens have the right to know what their government is doing. However, not every document created by a government agency is automatically a public record. There are specific criteria and laws that determine what is considered public. Public records serve a vital role in promoting transparency and accountability within government and public institutions. By making certain information available, citizens can monitor government actions, participate in civic life, and ensure that officials are acting in the public's best interest. This openness helps prevent corruption and fosters trust between the government and its people. Public records also support research, journalism, and legal processes. Understanding why these records exist helps us appreciate the balance between transparency and privacy. Public records come in many forms. Some of the most common types include birth and death certificates, marriage and divorce records, property deeds, court records, and government contracts. These documents are typically maintained by various government agencies at the local, state, or federal level. Each type of record serves a unique purpose, from documenting vital events to tracking property ownership or legal proceedings. Knowing the different types of public records can help you locate the information you need. Court records are among the most frequently accessed public records. They include documents related to civil and criminal cases such as filings, judgments, and transcripts. These records provide insight into legal proceedings and outcomes, allowing the public to monitor the justice system. However, some court documents may be sealed or redacted to protect sensitive information, such as juvenile cases or ongoing investigations. Understanding which court records are public and which are not is essential for anyone seeking legal information. Vital records document significant life events such as births, deaths, marriages, and divorces. These records are maintained by government agencies and are often required for legal purposes, like obtaining a passport or settling an estate. While some information from vital records is public, access to full details may be restricted to protect privacy. For example, only certain individuals may request a certified copy of a birth certificate. Understanding these limitations is important when seeking vital records. Property and land records are another major category of public records. These documents include deeds, mortgages, and tax assessments, providing a history of ownership and transactions for real estate. Such records are essential for buyers, sellers, and researchers interested in property history. They are typically maintained by county recorders or similar offices. While most property records are public, some details, like financial information, may be withheld to protect privacy. Government meeting minutes are official records of what happens during public meetings, such as city council sessions or school board gatherings. These documents provide transparency by detailing discussions, decisions, and votes. Anyone can typically access these minutes, either online or by request. They help citizens stay informed about local government actions and participate more effectively in civic life. However, some portions may be withheld if they involve confidential matters. Licenses and permits issued by government agencies are often public records. These include business licenses, building permits, and professional certifications. Access to this information allows the public to verify credentials, ensure compliance, and monitor local development. However, some personal information, such as home addresses or financial details, may be redacted to protect privacy. Understanding what's available helps you find the right information while respecting privacy laws. Business entity records include information about corporations, partnerships, and other organizations registered with the government. These records typically list company names, registered agents, and filing histories. They are public to ensure transparency in business operations and to help consumers and other businesses verify legitimacy. However, sensitive information like tax IDs or proprietary data is not disclosed. Knowing what's public in business records can help you make informed decisions. Not every document held by a government agency is a public record. Many records are exempt from disclosure to protect privacy, security, or sensitive information. Examples include medical records, personnel files, and documents related to ongoing investigations. These exclusions are designed to balance the public's right to know with individuals' rights to privacy and safety. Understanding these boundaries is key to respecting both transparency and confidentiality. Medical records are strictly protected by privacy laws such as HIPAA in the United States. These records contain sensitive personal health information and are not considered public records. Only authorized individuals, such as the patient or their healthcare provider, can access them. This protection ensures that personal health details remain confidential and are not disclosed without consent. It's important to recognize the difference between public and private records, especially when it comes to health information. Personnel files, which include employment applications, performance reviews, and disciplinary records, are generally not public records. These documents are protected to maintain employee privacy and prevent misuse of personal information. While some basic employment information may be disclosed, most details remain confidential. This protection helps foster trust between employees and employers, ensuring sensitive information is handled appropriately. Documents related to ongoing criminal or civil investigations are typically exempt from public disclosure. This is to protect the integrity of the investigation, prevent interference, and safeguard the rights of those involved. Once an investigation is complete, some records may become public, but sensitive details may still be withheld. Understanding this exemption helps explain why some information is not immediately available to the public. Certain law enforcement and security records are not public to protect public safety and ongoing operations. This includes tactical plans, surveillance footage, and details about security systems. Releasing this information could compromise investigations or put individuals at risk. While some law enforcement records, like arrest logs, may be public, others remain confidential for good reason. Trade secrets and proprietary business information submitted to government agencies are usually protected from public disclosure. This includes formulas, processes, or other confidential business data. The goal is to encourage businesses to cooperate with regulatory requirements without fear of losing competitive advantages. These protections are essential for fostering innovation and economic growth, while maintaining transparency where appropriate. Student records are protected by laws like FOIA in the United States. These records include grades, disciplinary actions, and other educational information. Only authorized individuals, such as parents or the student, can access them. Schools must balance transparency with the need to protect student privacy, making most educational records off-limits to the general public. Personal financial information, such as tax returns and bank account details, is not considered public record. This information is protected to prevent identity theft and financial fraud. While some aggregate financial data may be released for statistical purposes, individual records remain confidential. This distinction is crucial for safeguarding personal privacy and financial security. Documents protected by attorney-client privilege are not public records. This includes confidential communications between a lawyer and their client. The privilege ensures that clients can speak openly with their attorneys without fear that their discussions will be disclosed. This protection is fundamental to the legal system and is strictly enforced. Juvenile records, which pertain to minors involved in legal proceedings, are generally sealed or restricted from public access. This is to protect the privacy and future prospects of young people. In some cases, certain information may be released, but most details remain confidential. This approach balances the need for accountability with the importance of giving minors a fresh start. Records related to adoption and foster care are typically confidential to protect the privacy of children and families involved. Access is usually limited to authorized individuals, such as adoptive parents or legal representatives. This confidentiality is crucial for ensuring the safety and well-being of children in sensitive situations. Military and national security records are often classified to protect national interests and security operations. These records include troop movements, intelligence reports, and defense strategies. While some information may eventually be declassified, most details remain confidential for years or even decades. This classification is essential for safeguarding national security. Trade and commercial secrets submitted to government agencies, such as proprietary formulas or business strategies, are protected from public disclosure. This encourages businesses to comply with regulations without risking competitive harm. Only non-sensitive information, like business registration details, is typically made public. Records of confidential government deliberations, such as executive sessions or sensitive negotiations, are often exempt from public disclosure. This allows officials to discuss sensitive matters candidly without public pressure. Once decisions are made, summaries or outcomes may be released, but the deliberations themselves remain confidential. Accessing public records usually involves submitting a request to the appropriate government agency. Many agencies provide online databases or forms to make this process easier. It's important to know which agency holds the records you need and to provide specific details in your request. Some records may require a fee or proof of identity. Understanding the process helps you obtain information efficiently and legally. Freedom of information laws, like the FOIA in the United States, give the public the right to access government records. These laws outline the process for requesting records and specify which documents are exempt. They are a cornerstone of government transparency, ensuring that citizens can hold officials accountable. However, exemptions exist to protect privacy, security, and other interests. Public records laws vary by state and locality. Each jurisdiction may have its own rules about what is considered public, how records are maintained, and the process for accessing them. It's important to research the specific laws in your area to understand your rights and responsibilities. This variation can affect what information is available and how quickly you can obtain it. To request public records, start by identifying the agency that holds the information. Next, check if the records are available online or if you need to submit a formal request. Provide as much detail as possible to help the agency locate the records. Be prepared to pay any required fees and provide identification if necessary. Following these steps increases your chances of a successful request. Some public records are available for free, while others may require a fee to cover copying or administrative costs. Processing times can vary depending on the agency and the complexity of your request. It's a good idea to ask about fees and expected timelines when submitting your request. Being patient and prepared helps ensure a smooth process. If your request for public records is denied, you have the right to appeal the decision. Agencies must provide a reason for denial, such as an applicable exemption. The appeals process varies by jurisdiction, but typically involves submitting a written appeal or seeking review by an oversight body. Knowing your rights can help you challenge improper denials and access the information you need. Sometimes, agencies will release records with certain information redacted or blacked out to protect privacy or sensitive details. This allows the public to access non-sensitive parts of a record while keeping confidential information secure. Redaction is a common practice that balances transparency with privacy concerns. Many public records are now available online, making it easier than ever to access information. Government websites often provide searchable databases for property records, court documents, and more. Digital access improves transparency and convenience, but not all records are digitized. Some may still require in-person requests or written applications. While public records provide valuable information, there are limitations. Not all records are complete, up-to-date, or error-free. Some information may be missing due to privacy laws, redactions, or administrative errors. It's important to verify information from multiple sources and understand the context of the records you access. The balance between privacy and transparency is at the heart of public records laws. While transparency promotes accountability, privacy protections are essential for safeguarding personal and sensitive information. Lawmakers and courts continually refine these boundaries to reflect changing societal values and technological advancements. Many people assume that all government-held information is public, but that's not the case. There are numerous exemptions and restrictions designed to protect privacy, security, and proprietary interests. It's important to understand what is and isn't public record to avoid misunderstandings and respect legal boundaries. Journalists rely heavily on public records to investigate stories, hold officials accountable, and inform the public. Access to accurate records is essential for a free press. However, journalists must also navigate privacy laws and ethical considerations when reporting on sensitive information. Their work highlights the importance of both transparency and responsible use of public records. Researchers use public records to study trends, analyze policies, and understand social issues. Access to reliable data supports academic work and policy development. However, researchers must be mindful of data limitations and privacy concerns when using public records in their studies. Lawyers and legal professionals frequently use public records in cases involving property disputes, criminal defense, or civil litigation. These records provide evidence and context for legal arguments. Understanding how to access and interpret public records is a valuable skill in the legal field. Many people use public records to trace their family history. Birth, marriage, and death certificates, along with census records, provide valuable clues for genealogical research. While some records are restricted, many are available to help individuals build their family trees and connect with their heritage. If you're concerned about your personal information appearing in public records, there are steps you can take. Some jurisdictions allow individuals to request redaction of sensitive details, such as home addresses, from certain records. It's important to understand your rights and take proactive measures to protect your privacy where possible. As technology evolves, new challenges arise in managing public records. Issues like data breaches, cybersecurity, and digital privacy are increasingly important. Lawmakers and agencies must adapt to ensure that public records remain accessible while protecting sensitive information in the digital age. Public records laws differ around the world. Some countries have robust transparency laws, while others restrict access to government information. Understanding these differences is important for anyone working internationally or comparing legal systems. International organizations often advocate for greater transparency and access to information globally. The future of public records will be shaped by advances in technology, evolving privacy concerns, and changing societal expectations. Digital records, artificial intelligence, and new privacy laws will all play a role. Staying informed about these trends will help you navigate the world of public records in the years to come. To sum up, public records are essential for transparency, accountability, and informed citizenship. However, not all records are public, and many are protected to ensure privacy and security. Understanding what is and isn't a public record helps you access information responsibly and respect legal boundaries. Stay curious, stay informed, and use public records wisely. Thank you for joining us on this journey through public records. Whether you're a researcher, journalist, or simply a curious citizen, understanding public records empowers you to participate more fully in civic life. Remember, knowledge is power, and knowing your rights and responsibilities is the first step toward making informed decisions. Until next time, stay engaged and keep learning.